Welcome to Facebook 101. This is your business page, and today we are talking about getting you comfortable on Facebook. My name is Linda Fitzgerald. I'm an advisor with the SBDC, and today I'm hosting this webinar for Lani Lott. And we are so glad that you made time for this webinar. It's a lot of information Ronnie's going to share over the next 90 minutes. And we just wanted to make sure you know a little bit more about what we do. This is the Shasta-Cascade Small Business Development Center. It's a nonprofit organization, and we provide confidential, no-cost advisory and training services for small businesses. We're funded through the Small Business Administration and through Humboldt State University. I need to start off by reading our disclaimer. And I know, yes, you could read it yourself, but we do have situations where some people are on with a telephone and they wouldn't have the ability to read it. So I'm going to read this for you. This is very important. This is our disclaimer. The information provided in this webinar and any supplemental materials provided to registrants are intended for educational and informational purposes only and does not constitute professional, financial, or legal advice. No registrant shall act or fail to act on the basis of any material contained in this webinar without obtaining proper financial, legal, and other professional advice specific to their situation. The Northern California Small Business Development Center and its host, the HSU-sponsored Programs Foundation, specifically disclaims any liability, loss, or risk, personal or otherwise, which is incurred as a consequence, directly or indirectly, of the use and application of any of the information presented in this webinar. In other words, we are not your lawyer and we are not your accountant. So please seek that advice. This is wonderful information to help educate you. We're so glad you're here. We are recording this webinar. We do happen to know that there are some folks that are not able to attend it but would love the information. So we will be sharing the video with you. And something I'd like you all to know is Lani is presenting today, but I want you to know that Lani is an advisor with the the Small Business Development Center. You can sign up, and we'll tell you more at the end of this session today. You can sign up for one-to-one sessions with Lani and have her help you specifically with what you're working on right now. And another thing I want to share with you is there is an event coming up on September 8th. It's called Credit Worthiness in the Era of COVID. How to manage the effect of your credit and how to address issues with credit during COVID. This is a September 8th event. I am going to post a link to be able to sign up to that webinar in the chat so you can gather more information on that. And I'll also mention this again at the end of the webinar. So please do pull out your notes and get ready to learn from Lani. Lani, thanks so much for presenting today.
Sure, thank you, Linda, and welcome everyone. We're going to move through this webinar. This is not a live webinar. I'm not going to show you the back end of my Facebook business page. This is one that I've done a couple times, and it is basic. It's an overview of the top 10 features that I believe every business should know about if you have a Facebook business page or you're thinking about launching one. And then so how you maximize those key features. And then resources that Facebook is offering during this time. They've upped and really expanded some of their features and some of the free resources during COVID so that you can take advantage and keep your customers informed using your business Facebook page. And then I'm going to talk about building a content roadmap specifically for Q4, which is the quarter we'll be coming into in about 2 weeks. And for many businesses, this is one of our prime quarters, or it has been. But we're going to talk about what kind of content should you be thinking about and how to continue to foster relationships and push your products and services through your Facebook business page. And then we'll take questions. We are going to have a break in between for questions. If you have a question, go ahead and type it in the chat. And then when we have our first break, Linda will then go in and respond and tell me what those questions are, and I'll answer them the best I can. And then again at the end. So that's how we're going to work this. I'm going to move to me. As you can see, that's a picture of me. And you can see me live right now because I have my video going. I am the president of LL Consulting. I'm a woman-owned business, have been in business for over 30 years. 20 years I've been working in economic development and downtown revitalization, as well as providing consulting services, business consulting services for a number of Northern California small business development centers. For the past 8 years, I've had the pleasure to be on as one of the business advisors for the Shasta-Cascade, SBDC. And I cover pretty much all areas in business planning, market research, pre-venture, startup, and then really dive a lot deeper into digital marketing, social media, branding and promotional strategies, networking, all of those fun things that it kind of encompasses your marketing and promotional strategy. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and stop my video so you don't see me kind of looking and, you know, all over. And I do have a dog, so I'm just going to do a disclaimer with that he sometimes barks. So if you hear me say, "Stop, Charlie," that's my doggy. So anyways, so let's talk about the key features of a Facebook business page. And I'm going to show you through the back end of screenshots and walking you through and talking about these features for your Facebook business page. You are also going to receive my PowerPoint deck with the video. So feel assured that you will have this PowerPoint deck to look at to kind of help back up what you hear me talk about today on the webinar. And if you don't have a Facebook business page yet, that's great. You're at the right place. If you have one, but you want to know more about it and go deeper into the features, perfect. If you're a seasoned Facebook user, this is still a good place to kind of just have a refresher and then to think about what are some of the newer features or some of the features I haven't looked at in a while that I really probably want to kind of update. So that, you know, it kind of, Facebook 101 can also be good for those who are in Facebook 201 or 301 or use it regularly and feel really comfortable with it. So the first area that you really want to kind of be aware of in your Facebook business page is the home page. This is, as on my my screen right here, you are seeing this business page as you see it from your business page. So this is the back end of my business page. And there is so much on the home page. Of course, you know, the customer or your followers don't see all these different kind of little tabs, but what they see is the information that you're able to provide. So it's very important that you really look at your homepage and build it out as much as you possibly can that's relevant to your business. And go in there. I like to say sometimes we get so busy running our businesses, and many of us are in that category right now, that we forget to go in and look at our Facebook page and have we updated? Do all the links work? Have I changed my hours? And have I updated that on my Facebook? Because this is, if you're using Facebook as one of your main social media platforms to engage customers, promote your products and services, announce an event, then you want to make sure that when they come to your homepage, it's current. We're very fickle. We are instantaneously, and social media is quick. So make sure that it is updated and provides all the key information that's relevant to your business, about your business, a company overview, and then you have the ability to provide this story. And the story gives it a little different look than just the about. It's more looks like a blog, but you can really expand on the story. And think about whenever you're posting content or you're updating your homepage or you're writing about your business in Facebook, that you have your personality, your brand comes through. And this is the fun part about social media, is that we can create our media voice, our media personality, how you present things, how you say things, what kind of content you share. So it really is about developing that social media brand and voice and personality. So you want to think about that. course, you always want to make sure you don't have misspelled words. I'm a terrible speller, so I always take what I'm going to put into any of my content, run it through spell check to make sure I get it right, because sometimes it doesn't catch it. And let me tell you, your followers will be the first to tell you you missed something. So you want to kind of think about where this about, and this is right at it should always be right here at the top of your homepage. And then you want to look at all of the areas that you're able to provide additional input about your business, whether it's you have received awards. You can put your products and services there. If you're close to public transit, if you're a restaurant, you can even add your menu, add hours. There's all kinds of bells and whistles here. So you really want to make sure, like right down here, you've got your website and you've got your link. And then you can go deeper. So this is the home page, and this is what it looks like when you see it. Up across the top, you have Ad Center if you're doing any ads. You have your inbox, which is notifications of people that have shared or engaged with you. Then you have notifications. You have insights, which is the back end of how you're performing, and we'll go a little deeper into that. And then under the more are additional ones, and we'll get into that. I'll show you that in a little bit in a minute. And then settings, and settings are where you can move things around. You can add privacy. And when we have the questions and answers, if there's something that's just totally, driving you crazy and you can't find it, I can make my Facebook page live and go in the back end if we have time. But this is a pretty robust webinar, so I'm going to go through it pretty quickly. Okay, so what the message here is, build it out, use all of the features on your homepage, because this is where folks go to learn about you. So the next area is your, you always want to, this is your icon right here. This is what should be your brand. And then this is your cover page right here, your cover, cover page. And this is kind of that banner that's horizontal that sits across the top. And you want to remember that when you're taking photos or you're thinking about changing out your cover page, you want to think about it that it's in the, did I say horizontal? Yeah, that would be right? Horizontal. That it's different than what maybe a photo that goes into your post. So you always want to kind of remember that it has different dimensions. Some of your pictures are photos that you take, you can crop. That's why we always recommend take more photos, more of a subject matter when you're taking photos, because you can then use them in different parts of your different social media platforms. So your cover photo can be changed out. Your icon here should be your permanent brand. This is your and this is my logo. And obviously, when I designed my logo, I wasn't thinking I was going to use it for my Facebook icon in a circle. So you want to kind of think about that too. So unfortunately for my logo, it cuts off the bottom part of my tagline, but it still gets the point across. And whenever you post or respond, when you're on your business page, this is the icon folks are going to see. So this could be your logo. This could be a screenshot of your sign. This could be you if you're, you are the product, and you're, let's say you have a creator, you're an artist and you want to, promote yourself. So it just really depends. And then when you want to change your cover photo, you just link on this little camera here. You can choose from the photos that are in your Facebook library. You can actually put a video up here in your cover page, which is really a fun and interesting way to engage your followers. You can upload photos and videos. So these would be ones that you have taken with your iPhone or your camera or your Android, and you want to upload it into your Facebook platform, your Facebook. And you can do this Of course, I'm showing you the desktop model today because I do most of my work on my Facebook page from the desktop, but I also have Facebook pages on my mobile, which then allows me to go directly to my business page and make updates via my mobile. And I know that a lot of folks use just their mobile. My husband doesn't have a desktop computer, doesn't even have laptop. He uses his phone for all of his social media, all of his computer work. So he really depends on Facebook pages to use for his business page. You can put a slideshow together and you can then remove it. Whenever you change this out, it also goes down into your library and it goes in as a post through your feed and out through your feed. So you want to kind of think about, we don't change this. We don't change our branded icon over here that represents our business name in our Facebook page, but we can change our cover page periodically. And I like to try to think about changing it once a month just for it to keep it fresh. So if folks are coming to that page or I'm inviting new folks to the page, it's something fresh. You just have to, hardest part for me is to remember that it's this more horizontal view versus a regular kind of, photo. And sometimes when I find one, it doesn't look right there, so I can't use it. The next feature is your navigation over here. This is your navigation bar. And this is where folks will see, how to directly link on your post, go directly to your services. This is kind of like a shortcut, right? This is kind of your menu of your Facebook page, because what they see is just your front cover, but if they want to go down and see your shop, then you need to have it listed in your navigation tab. And you can change the order of these in your settings. You go to your settings and then you find tabs and templates and tabs. So you go over here to settings, you link on there, find template and tabs, and then you just link on it and move them up and down. So I like to say, depending on the type of business that you are, that you always have your about first. Then I personally think you should have your post second underneath your about, because most people may want to mine your post just to find out more about what you're posting, find out who you are, maybe have seen something come in their news feed, but they want to find it again. Especially if you are posting every day, as I recommend, you're going to have a lot of posts coming through feeds. Then depending on what you want to push, if you want to push your shop out, you would maybe want to drag that up to here. Or you might want to have your reviews right under your post if you're, let's say, a hospitality type businesses. You may want to have your offers. If you have offers right now that you're promoting out there, you may want to move that higher up the list. So depending on how you like folks to kind of know more about your business, you can move those tabs up and down. The next area is the true shortcut bar area. So it's always here under next to liked, following, and then there's the share button. And then there's these three dots. And if you link on those three dots, you'll see this little drop down. And there's a number of shortcuts here. You can shortcut right to edit your page info, which we just went over. You can go right to view insights. You can view as a page visitor. So if you say, okay, I want to see how this is all looking, I want to see how my followers really see my page, you can click right there on this and it will take you to a view as your visitors see it. So they won't see all this garbly goop, as I call it. I think that was a word my mom used to use, garbly goop. They won't all see the back end of all these opportunities that you have and all these different features. What they will see is your clean, more professional looking forward front visitor page. And so that's sometimes interesting just to go there and see how visitors see it. And then you can flip back to your business page as you see it from the back end. You can create an ad right here. You can create an event right there. of course, you can do that right over here too, but this is takes you right quick. You can create a Facebook business group right here. And I have, as one of my Wednesday digital marketing hours, I did an hour on Facebook business groups and how engaging and how important they are for your algorithm and really developing your followers and building awareness. So you may want to look for that on our YouTube channel, or I am going to be doing Facebook group 201, I think in October. So that would be a shortcut there. Ads manager, create a page. You know, you can have as many different business pages as you want. Now, if you have 10 businesses, that's great. You don't want to have 10 pages for the same business. That gets very confusing to your market. So you can create your page right there. Unpin, like is your page. Make sure that you like your own page. If you don't like your own page, nobody else is. So if you like your page and you can see that I like my page, then you know, that's, and then this is where you invite your friends right here. So many times when you're starting up your Facebook business page, people always say, well, how do I get followers? Well, you know, you need to really announce it. You need to announce it in all of your other business marketing strategies, whether that's an email, whether that is on your website. You want to make sure you have the Facebook icon on your website. But this is where you invite your personal friends. So you get to choose who you want on your personal friends, on your personal business, your personal Facebook page, who you want to send an invite to. Because you have to remember that there is a very robust firewall between your personal page and your business Facebook page. And so here is where you would click on there and a list of all of your personal friends are going to pop up, and then you can send out a personal message to them one by one. They are the only one that's going to get it in their feed or in their notification, that says LL Consulting is inviting you to like their business page, and then they like it or they don't. So as if you've been using business Facebook page for a while and you're a pretty robust business Facebook user personally, you're going to want to check invite friends periodically. People unfriend, people fall off, new friends you've added, maybe they didn't know about your business, maybe you haven't seen some of your friends for a while, maybe you are now doing a shop and so you have some out-of-town friends that you say, okay, maybe my business page will make more sense because I have a shop and they can shop with me via Facebook. So you're going to want to look at invite friends and periodically update that. And then the last area is create milestones. So let's say you have an anniversary or a reopening. You've officially reopened after the pandemic and you want to mark that as a milestone, big milestone. So you may click on there and create that. So this is your shortcut. It's right here. Here's a long list. And I always tell folks, take time, play around, search, click, see what it is about. Go in there, read about it, try it out. Because, you know, the one thing about Facebook is we can undo any of that. So it is really a very robust business tool. The next area is, and I'm going to just get to my pages, make sure I'm good, is services. And over here is the services button. Now, I have not put services on my page because I am a consultant and my services, I guess I could put on there, you know, consulting for a community and my hourly rate, but it's just not, I'm just not a service-based type of business. I'm more of a professional business, and my services are really, I just, you know, you just don't pick up the phone and order a service from me. So I have not built that out on my page, but I wanted to show you where it is. And I may do that. I may go in there someday and do that. I really drive people to my website to learn more about my products and services and how it's tailored to them, because of my customer base. But here is one that I pulled up from a business in Reading that she is an esthetician, and she focuses on sugaring and spa pedicures. So this is how her services look. You can put prices in there, you can put hours, you can actually do appointments, you can do images. So this is a really great feature if you're a service-based business and have some of those type of personalized services available, or if you're even a retail business or even a restaurant business, and you are looking at adding some added value services, whether they're free or not. Whether you're going to, you know, for retail right now, we're seeing because of the pandemic, they're offering free virtual consultations to help weed out your closet. Because if you're like me, I haven't worn half of my professional clothes and the season's changing and I'm feeling I might need a new little update. So some of the retail boutiques are offering that as kind of one of their added value services. So this would be a place maybe where a boutique would add their services, whether that's, you know, shipping, maybe they're doing free gift wrapping or paid for services. This is where you put it. So the service feature is very, very valuable for service-based businesses. So you should really look at that. And down here, as you can see on Beyond Beauty's Sugar Spa page, she has Schedule Now. When you click on that Schedule Now, it goes to her other scheduling program that she uses, a third-party program, but it links right here from her Facebook page. Facebook business pages do offer you the ability to schedule right from Facebook. Okay, so reviews. Now here's a feature that so many folks forget about using, and that is the review area. Now you have to ask for reviews. You know, we need to not be so embarrassed or humbled that we don't ask for reviews. So you can send out a direct message, a personal message, or an email to your customers and say, hey, I just want to thank you for shopping with us today, or I see you were, you know, on my shop, or you dropped in, or you just and I just wanted to say you're a loyal customer, because you know that person, whether you have a storefront and they come in all the time, or they've ordered from you, or they are, you know, setting appointments. Somehow you know that this person is a loyal customer. And you say, I'm really trying to update my reviews. Could you go to all my review sites, and here they are, and give me a review of how you found my shop since the pandemic hit. Now that I'm reopened, did you feel safe? How were the protocols? And of course, you're going to ask your loyal customers, and if they have something that they say, well, you know, I really want to, but I felt a little uneasy about this, that gives you the opportunity to maybe meet them, talk to them, say, hey, could I call you and we could talk about that? That's great feedback. I didn't really realize that. Gives you additional insight. So it's not only providing good reviews from the outside, from looking from your business page, but it also gives you customer service ability when you ask for reviews. And I have a 24-year-old and a 40-year-old, and I'm going to tell you right now, they use their social media platforms and the reviews that are given on them as a basis for considering who to do business with. So do not ever think they're not important, because they really, truly are. And then if you get permission to have a review from, you know, they post a review, ask them if you can use that in posts for content, right? And repackage it, and ask them if it's okay that I put this out as a post, and I really want to share what some of my customers say about my business. So a little bit of self-promotion is what we have to do for businesses, and having a testimonial from a third party is perfect. And you may also want to repackage that in your emails. You may want to repackage that in your website too. So this is the review feature. I have a couple reviews. Obviously, I haven't done anything since 2016. I guess I should probably update my own reviews, but they are there. I have been working really hard on my LinkedIn reviews recommendations, so I got to get back onto my business Facebook page. And you may have to ask once or twice and make it part of your regular routine, because reviews are very key. And then you get a rating up here. I have 5 out of 5. That's good. Most helpful, most recent, and you can just always want to respond to anyone who gives you a review. Always responding to anyone who comments, reviews. You want to be on that quite quickly, and that is the number one thing that we want to remember about our social media platforms, is that we want to thank them for the conversation, share what they said, answer back if they had something that they asked a question on. You don't want them to just sit there idle. So you always want to remember to be looking at your notifications and your inbox to make sure you can respond to folks that are engaged with you. Okay, number 7 area is contact us, or the call to action button. And this is a great feature, and now especially since Facebook has launched the shop feature, where you can actually shop directly from the Facebook page, your business Facebook page. So over here is the contact us, and what we're seeing here is the drop down for what you see as the administrator or the editor of your business page. And there are several buttons that you can choose from. And you can change these depending on if you're up having an offer, or you're doing a new scheduling up, you want to schedule, you want to remind people to book with you. So over here you have the options of book with you, contact you, learn more about your business. That drives them right to your website. Contact you is an email, and shop with you takes you to the shop, your Facebook shop. And if you have an outside source and you're selling through your website with another type of program, whether it's Shopify or some other type of e-commerce site, that you can put it right here on your Facebook, and then it will direct them right to your website where they can shop with you, or it'll direct them right to your Facebook business shop. And then, or download your app or play your game. I haven't come across too many businesses that have that, but they're out there. So you can change this, and then you could test the button, and this sits, and it's always highlighted in blue. So it's right up front on your business page. The visitor sees it out there really clearly, and it's a call to action, right? And we want to call for action because we want to lead people to either like you or contact you or shop with you or book with you. So that's what this call to action button is. I'm just making sure I covered everything on my notes here, so I didn't want to leave that out. Your call for action can also be your phone number. For me, it's my email. I've changed that around, and sometimes I'll put learn more about my business, and it'll take it right to my website. For people on Facebook, if they're wanting a specific action, they may want to stay on the Facebook platforms, or they may want to go to your website. I lead a lot of folks to my website because it goes deeper into my services and who my client base is and my bio, but it's also here too. So it's kind of like you have to kind of play with it and figure out where you want to really have people make a call for action. And at least we have choices on the Facebook business page. Okay, so the next area is offers. And this is a really fun feature, very, very effective for businesses that sell products or restaurants, even for service-based businesses that provide, call us today and get a free tire rotation, however you want to offer it. So it sits right here is where you can find it. Then it also sits down here in your navigation. It does push out as a post once you complete it. The one thing I'm going to say about it is Once you post it, you can't go back in and edit it if you made a mistake. Like if you misspelled a word, or you didn't want it to be 20%, you wanted it to be 10%. Once you save it and it's published, you can't change it. So just be cautious of that. I made the mistake once of doing it, and it went somewhere that it wasn't supposed to, and I had to then take it down and redo it. And it sits there. It may have gone out into a few people's feed, but at least I realized it quite quickly. So there's a number of offers, discount. This is the percentage, a number of offers that you can offer. You can add a description. You can have the expiration. You have a photo here. This is what it's going to look like once you get it built out, and then you publish it. And then you can also pay a boost post. Means that it's a paid ad for Facebook. You're going to pay to have this post boosted, but you want to wait and see how performing it is, if it's a high performer. Or you may say, hey, I'm going to invest. I've got my target audience already defined, and I'm going to boost this post or this offer for 30 days to a certain demographics, and I'm going to pay this much. Now, I'm going to go into that in September when I do my boosted ad, Facebook ads, 1 hour, show you how to do that, walk you through it. But this is the offer page. And I know that a couple of my clients who have services and products have used this feature quite a bit. And so this would be something great for you to think about for the next quarter, for quarter 4. This may be some area that you're going to really want to build an offer around the holiday season, if that's appropriate for your business. For me and my business, primarily the holiday time is not, or the last quarter is not when I see a boost in my business. I usually see a boost in my business around January. So that's been where I may want to do an offer. So you want to kind of go here, look at what's available, see what type of discounts are available. There's a discount or a 2-for-1. And then you can, where people can redeem this, online or in store. So you kind of want to think about that too, that there, if you don't have a shop, the online is going to be a little bit difficult. Do we have somebody unmuted, Linda? Okay. And so this is what it looks like. I wanted to just kind of show you because it's hard to just explain it when I don't have it live for you. So first of all, you get a notification of new offers. If you've signed up for the Facebook and you're following this business page and you've signed up for offers in your notifications, you're going to receive a notification. And this is what it looks like. This is a boutique in flower shop in downtown Phoenix, because I'm sheltered in place in Phoenix in my second home. And so my Facebook page is picking up that location. This offer expires. This is an offer and it expires May 16th. This was around Mother's Day, and the free delivery in downtown Phoenix was the offer. When I click on it, this is what I see. In-store offer, free delivery in April, get directions, and then it has all of the information. And so you click on here, and then it'll take you, you have to call them to order, or you can get directions, always open, pickup, delivery, online services. So this is how the ad then looks. This is their ad, their offer, excuse me, and they've boosted it. So they boosted this to come into a specific location, probably about 20 miles from their business, because that's about how far I live from where they are. And they've identified the demographics, which is me, and it came into my feed. So this is what it looks like. So, and then it sits over here. Now this is my personal page, right? This is my personal feed here on the left-hand side. And my offer sits right here. So if I click on that offers, I will see the different offers that have come into my personal feed. So that's where they end up once you as a business decide to do an offer. Then the other area, because there are businesses who are hiring, a lot of businesses are needing to hire up, that you have the ability to post jobs on your Facebook business page. And this is a feature that sits here, and then you can go into the job title, the salary range, the type. I mean, it's very detailed. And you can also boost the job, which means once you post the job, then you can also boost it. You can pay to have it boosted to a specific audience or area. So, you know, there are folks out there that use this feature quite a bit. And if you are following, if you have a following that you're a business page and they have a job opportunity, it's going to pop up into the news feed of their followers. Well, you may not, you know, you may as a business owner say, hey, I don't need to define who I want my job to go out to. So you will look and define the demographics, the age, the area, if it's a closer area that you're looking, or if you want to bring people from out of state, you can even do that with your boost demographics. So here is the ability. And then jobs sit right on your Facebook page, business page, right here in your navigation. You click on jobs, and it will show you the jobs that you're offering. So it is another place for you to have a place to show that you're hiring, and hopefully find somebody to join your wonderful business. And then deep breath. We're almost done, guys, with the features. I know, for a lot of me talking. I'm going to show you the scheduling post because this is something that is, if you haven't tried it or you don't know about it, this will save your life, because you can schedule out your post. So you can do the, you know, your whole weekly post in one day if you schedule it out. Now, I have to just be honest with you. Facebook has changed it around, and on the desktop feature, it's not as easy to do as it was. We were able to actually just do it right in the post, and the drop down would come. Now you have to go up here to the publishing tool and find it. I'm finding that scheduling using the mobile Facebook page app is easier for business pages, but I still do a lot of my posting with my desktop. So I've kind of navigated this out. So here it is. It's on your desktop. It's the publishing tool. And then you want to come here. You don't just create it right from your post where it says what's on your mind. You're going to come over here to the publishing post feature, and you're going to create a post, right? And then you're going to create the post, and it's going to look like this. Well, this is how mine looks. I'm using Safari as my browser, so it may look different if you're using Chrome, but this is where you create your post, right? Or an event or an offer or a job. So you're going to write your post. You're going to attach your video or get message or how are you feeling, or a couple other things that are down there. And then right under here, news feed, if you hit share now, the big blue bar, it is going to share it instantaneously that moment, right? But we want to schedule it out. Let's say you're scheduling out posts for every other day. And so you want to schedule this to be released on Thursday. So you hit this button, share, and you get this drop down, and you want to say what date and time, and you get to schedule it. So you're scheduling it for April 12th. This is back in April, and at this time. Let's see. Oop, yep. And then you hit schedule, and then it's scheduled. So you can go back and you can look at it. You can look right over here under schedule posts. You can click on it there. Sorry. You can click on this little tab right here on the, and have my arrow over on the left-hand side, and you can see what you've got scheduled. If you did a draft, you say you've got a post and you're just not sure yet, you haven't finished it, you can save it as a draft. You click on it there. and then expiring posts. It'll show you which ones are expiring. Of course, these are all my posts, and you can see how they're performing. Reach and engagement is what we always want to look at. Engagement is where we're engaging and folks have shared, liked, or followed. Shared, liked, or commented. That's what we want to drive for. The reach means that it reached this many folks, it dropped into their news feeds, but this many folks engaged on it, had engagement, some kind of active engagement. They liked it, they shared it, they commented on it. Okay. We'll go past that feature. Then the last area is the posting stories. And this is kind of new for Facebook. Now that, you know Facebook owns Instagram, and Instagram is big on stories. And so there is the ability to link your business, your Instagram page to your business page. But you also have the ability to do stories on Facebook, directly from Facebook, from your Facebook business page. So let's say you're not a big Instagram user, but you like stories because they come in, they're short, they stay for a short period of time. And then you can do it right here. So this, when you see this blue and this little positive, like this is where you go to create your Facebook page. So it's right around your icon, your Facebook story. It's right around your icon. Just like many things like Instagram has a lot of different features. And then you have options to make it visible or go through your news feed. You can add photos. You have to kind of think it through because it's, Facebook is a little different than Instagram. The stories that I've been seeing sitting on Facebook, I don't think they work so well if they're just pictures. I think they work better if they're a video. So you have to kind of just like think about your strategy for stories. What am I trying to say? What's that quick, quick video or quick, type of stories that I want to link together, or posts that I want to link together, kind of creating a story. That's exactly what it is. It's a story about something. And so you kind of want to think maybe it's a tease about an upcoming product. Maybe you're going to share a behind the scenes video welcoming folks back now that you have reopened, and letting them know that you've social distanced and you have all the protocols in place, and getting excited for them to come back for back to school, even if it's virtual back to school shopping. Or restaurants can do, showing the free curbside pickup, retailers showing that video. You can put a tutorial together, you give a tip for the day.
Lani, you just muted yourself, I think.
Easily over into Facebook stories. So this was over here on the right-hand side. This was Poor Little Rich Girl. This is a little consignment store that sits in Arizona. And this was one of their stories. They just put up, because they are a consignment store, a lot of folks are asking, how do I bring my clothes in? How do I know that they're going to, they're safe, they're going to be taken? So they have educated and communicated and promoted in lots of different ways how they do drop-off buying and no contact. You have to have a clean paper bag with your name on it, and they go through all of this, and they've created this really cute little icon, and then it's also on their website. So they push this out periodically as a quick little story, as a quick little reminder, and it caught my attention, and I really liked it. I do not take clothes there, but I do purchase there. So, I do follow them. So that's kind of just an example. Whoosh, God, that was a lot, right? And boy, let's see, we still have 40 minutes of me to go into the next part of my presentation on content and what Facebook has done for some of their templates. So I think we have some questions, right, Linda?
Yes, there are some. Lani, we have an attendee who participated in the Groups 101 for Facebook session that you did.
Yes.
And they were asking about, there was a time you talked about doing a groups 201 session, perhaps in October. Is
Uh-huh.
that something you can talk a little more about?
Yes, we haven't set the date yet. I'm waiting for our dates to be set for October, but it's right on top of the list. It'll be on a Wednesday. It'll be one of the digital marketing, and it'll be more building out how to really grow your engagement, how to grow your group, how to walk through some of the editorials or some of the tutorials that are available in a group. Really kind of, once you get your group up, how do I get folks to join it? How do I get my audience to really, my followers to really want to be part of my group? And we're going to talk a little bit about how you can monetize, or you can actually, some businesses, when they reach this point, can actually have a group that you have to pay to play, right? Pay to join, and there's value to it. So it has value added. And a lot of businesses are finding that their Facebook groups provide that extra bit of added value, and they can charge for a subscription or be part of that group, and only that group audience gets first insights or first promotions of any type of special sales or one-on-one type of services. So yes, it's going to be diving deeper into more of the features of the group and how to build your audience and go into that aspect.
Lani, I accidentally dropped out of the system and then reconnected. And when that happens, believe it or not, I lose my chat.
Okay, well, I've got it here, so
if
I'm good.
you can just scroll back briefly, there are a couple questions.
Yeah.
There are some comments also in the chat. If you haven't been following the chat, please check out the chat. I've sent a couple links to help people. And Lani, if you can just spend a moment looking through those, there's just one or two questions for you to address.
Well, I see Calvin Johnson says I need to edit, my business page that I'm sharing. Well, thank you for that. I'll look at that. But there is no cost for a business page on a monthly basis. It is free. It is a feature of Facebook. You have to have a personal page to have a business page, but there is no fee for having a business page. Where there are fees, if you pay for the ads, boost that type of fee. Oh, from the spa. Okay, thank you, Calvin. I was like, oh my God, I'm sweating and I'm here on ed. I'm saying you better edit your page. I will let her know. Thank you for letting me know that, Calvin. Let's see. I don't see any other questions at this time.
I have one more. In the drop-down box, what is the edit impression tab? Also, is it ever possible to change your logo image? If so, does your page go into review?
No, it does not go into review if you change your logo. It just maybe can, and I would, if you're going to change your logo, I would just announce it, right, in a post. Announce that we're so excited, because businesses are rebranding. I get that. Businesses are freshening up their logos. Maybe they haven't had a logo and now they do, or the business sold and it's a new owner. And part of what came with the sale of the business was this very robust business page, right? So no, you do not go into review as far as I know. So I would just announce it. Say, hey, I want to just let you guys, let all my followers know we're so excited. We have a new logo, or we have a new icon that we're going to be using as our Facebook business icon. So you'll see that change. Let us know what you think. We are so excited that we've changed it. Or if it's something that you just want to do subtle, just do it subtly. Most people are not going to even know it that much, because it is so tiny when you comment about it, in that, when you're sharing or you're commenting to people who have liked a post or made a comment on your post, and maybe they didn't pay that much attention to it. But I would still announce it and give a reason why you're changing it, especially if you've had a Facebook page for a long time. I've had mine for a while. And I would probably change it and say, hey, I freshened up my logo, so now I'm going to be changing my icon. What do you guys think? I really like it now. You know, now that I know it had to be a circle versus a longer logo, then it makes sense, right? So that's how I would address that. Edit impressions. Well, that's a good question. I do not know what that means. I'm going to be honest with you. I have never looked at that. I haven't shared it, but I will do a little bit of market research and let you know.
Lani, another question is, when in September is the Boost class being offered?
The Boost class is being offered on Wednesday. Let me get my calendar here in front of me. Ouch. It's going to be on Wednesday, September 16th from 11 to noon. And those are hours, and they're actually live. And I'm actually going to show you how you can do it and actually do it to build awareness, right? And how the strategy all works. So yes, that's on September 16th at 11 a.m.
And we are located in California, so that would be
Pacific
11 a.m.
Standard
Pacific time.
Yes.
And we have just a couple more things here. Are there resources to help businesses create their business page, such as graphics?
There is. And, you know, there's some, and I'm going to be doing it. Man, these are great topics to promote the upcoming webinars, right? On the 23rd of September, I'm doing a webinar on 25 no cost to low cost digital marketing tools. Now, as advisors for Small Business Development Center, we don't just really pick out one thing and really promote it. There's a lot of different tools out there. For images, if you want to use photography, there is one that I use called unsplash.com. I think that's it, upsplash.com. And that it's embedded with actual images, photos, that photography that have been given the right to use, and you can download it. They do ask that you give credit to the photographer, but it's not required. Canva, C-A-N-V-A, is a free tool that a lot of folks use for designing their content, adding more design to it. That is a design tool that I know businesses have used. A lot of folks use that tool. Those are the two that I am aware of. I don't really, I'm still diving deep into all of the others. There's hundreds out there, believe it or not. So I would just, you know, kind of maybe do a little Google search and see, depending on if you want to want something for photos, like you know, photos that have the copyrights already released, so you can use it, and then designing for colors and things like that. Hopefully that answers your question. I could do, you know, I'm going to do a whole hour on just tools, so there'll be a number of other ones there. There's also lots of tools for managing your different social media platforms, and I know folks have found different ones from just years of having their Facebook pages up and actually using them.
Lani, I'll ask one last one because I know you need to get back to your session here. Sure. Would it be possible to share our pages with one another to boost page likes?
Say the question again.
Would it be possible to share our pages with one another to boost pages likes?
Yeah, well, we don't share the folks that are on the webinars. We don't share their emails with anybody else. So that's probably not something we would do. So I think the answer is no. But what do you think, Linda?
And I think they may be talking about sharing with other people they're already connected to. Jason, I know you posted that question. If you'd like to be a little more specific, we can address it more at our next part of the Q&A if you'd like.
Okay.
All right, we'll let you get back to it. Thanks, Lani.
Okay.
Excuse me. I needed to know the second website that you suggested.
Oh, Canva.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
you're welcome. Okay, Linda.
Thanks, Lani.
All right, so let's move on to the real thing about Facebook. It's great to have a business page, great to build out all these features, but if you don't push content out on at least 3 times a week, you are not going to create, you're not going to grow. So we want to now shift gears from thinking about all the fun about building out your business Facebook page and all the features that they offer, and get down to what really you have to do, and that's create content. And I love those questions about, are there any kind of tools out there to help you with your content? There is a lot of them, but the best content that we as business owners can really post and to create engagement is organic content. Now we can share things that we see about our industry. That helps bring things into your feed, into your followers' feeds, and build awareness. But really, organic content, stuff that messages you create to inform, to communicate, to promote your business is really what we're looking for. So I wanted to touch first here about when the pandemic first broke out, there was a lot of misinformation going around. And so this is what Facebook is doing to limit misinformation. And it's not only just the pandemic, but you know, Facebook has just got 1 billion users, and lots of folks use it for lots of different reasons. And so they have some very robust type of safety measures in place to help you understand that there are ways that if people are posting things that's wrong information, that you have the ability to report the ad, right? Report something that is not accurate. And so here is the misinformation, and right down here, because there was so much misinformation right when COVID broke out and things were changing so fast, and businesses were trying to figure out, you know, what was going on, and a lot of consumers were going to businesses wanting to, you know, get information or find more information out about what was going on, that Facebook immediately started and created the COVID-19 information. And it sits right over here. This is my private feed, my private navigation. You can see Lani Lott's way up here. And so down here is COVID-19 information. And if you link on that, then you can find out more accurate information about COVID-19. But there's these other areas, if you're feeling like it's something that was misinformation and it was posted, you can report it. You could report it. And sometimes a business ad or post may get reported, one of yours. And so you just want to kind of be aware that sometimes this happens. If it's misleading or violent, but you also, as a personal person on a personal Facebook page, can also report it. And Facebook encourages that. They want you to report anything that you feel is inaccurate or it's misleading. So the resources up here on your business page is right here. These are Facebook resources available for you as a business page, for you as a business. And it sits right up along your navigation bar across the top, right above your icon and your cover page. And this is what it looks like. This is what your visitors see, but this is what you see. So if you click on that view the resources, there's a number of resources that they're providing, and they keep updating them. And I know that things have kind of maybe settled down a little bit. We're still in this really awkward, some businesses are able to reopen, some have not, depending on what state you're in, depending on what county you're in. And so this is still a place that you can find some information and be able to update to keep your customers informed. So the first, one of the first things that they launched, and maybe some of you have used these templates, are ready-made templates to keep your customers updated. So like the question is, are there some areas where we can have some design features or photographs that we can use in our safely in our content, here is where you could use some of these templates. And they have place orders, shop online, get support, sell gift cards, and express gratitude. Express your gratitude and your voice, your social media voice. Now, these came out quite quickly because of the businesses that were truly impacted right away. And those were the restaurants, the small local restaurants, most of the restaurants, and a lot of our retailers, right? And spas and gyms. So a lot of those type of uses that people would go to storefronts for were really impacted and not seen as essential businesses. And so this was a way why they tried to get up and going and try to get their online store going, or their food delivery going. This was a way that they could use their Facebook page, business page, and use this template to communicate to their customers that they could shop online and have that link. Also, one of the other areas that is really great is the digital gift cards that Facebook offers, using one of Facebook's partners. And there's a number of partners that they use, the third-party partners such as Square or PayPal. You can create a digital gift card with Facebook, and it'll be a Facebook, it'll come out as a template and a post. And you link it to a third-party program that you may already be connected with, whether it's Square or PayPal or one of the other ones I think they have, Shopify. So there's an ability for you as a business, whether you're a service-based business, a retailer, or a restaurant, to really push out gift cards. And gift cards are going to be very important this upcoming quarter, because a lot of folks may still be not knowing, can they come down to your business and purchase a gift card, or they may want to support you and want to send it out to all of their friends and family, or some of their business colleagues, and they want to support your business by purchasing a gift card that person can then easily go online and use, or order curbside pickup or delivery, depending on how your business is. Some businesses, let's say you want to just thank some of your very loyal customers that have done business with you over the last year, and you want to send them a thank you gift, and purchasing a gift card from one of your local businesses, because the shop logo, really that is where a lot of our businesses have been impacted, is that local community. You may then, as let's say an insurance agent that wants to send out a little gift card and thank you for your for your customers that have stayed with you and have renewed their policies, you may want to send them a little thank you gift, a little gift of thanks. And this could be a digital gift card that you send them that links to then one of the businesses in the local area. You can keep your customer relationships up with automated responses. These automated responses come into your direct messaging. And so if you're using direct message, but you're away, you can go in and have this automatic message come up that says, thank you for your message. We've made a move to online appointments while our office is closed. Please email us or leave us a message to make a virtual appointment. So these are some things that Facebook added so that when people direct message you, they get a message immediately, and then you know immediately that you have a notification, and then you can answer back. Or you can take your events online. Virtual online events may be something we're looking at this next quarter. If you have been a business that's done a special holiday promotion and had, let's say, a customer evening, you reached out all to your loyal customers and said, this is a shop this evening with us, and you're not able to do that because of the pandemic still. So you may want to do a virtual event. And of course, the events feature of Facebook is really, really easy to use, really promotes. You just have to create the event. So it's easy to push out an event and talk about it and promote it. But remember, behind the scene, you've got to figure out what you're going to do. Is it going to be a live? Is it going to be something that, you're just going to promote that an event, that shop during this Small Business Saturday week in November? Everybody that shops with us during this week is going to receive 20% off. You could do your event that way. It doesn't have to be a live event where you're live and you got folks in on your Zoom or whatever, and you're having an auction or something. So what should you be posting right now? Well, frankly, if you haven't figured out it yet, we need to start. First of all, you want to be communicating periodically somehow how your people are able to do business with you. Now, this is a bookstore in Nevada County, downtown Grass Valley, that put right up front in your face exactly how you can shop with them. Now, this has been updated since I took this screenshot, but they made it right in their cover page. They created something and posted it right on their cover page, and they have kept it here. So we are closed to the public. You can, and this was as of the 23rd. Since then, they've updated this because now they are open, but they give you all of the ways that you can reach them. You can still support us by shopping on our website, free media mail shipping, free book delivery to residents in the assisted living facilities, free curbside pickup, and all their hours. Never do you have to search around for this. I would say keep thinking about your customers and how easy is it for them to figure out if you're open or not. Even if you have Google My Places, it's still not accurate. So make sure that you're communicating on a regular basis all the ways that your customers can do business with you. And you're going to have new people be joining your Facebook business page. So you want to make sure that you periodically post this out. Probably, if you don't have it in your cover page like this, it's somewhere continuously pinned to the top of one of your posts, that you're communicating this on a regular basis. So listen and acknowledge. We want to be doing a lot of that. You want to keep posting, of course. Like I've said, keep posting at least 3 times a week. You want to be sensitive that we're still in this area where folks are not so comfortable coming back down and visiting in person, but still some folks are coming out and, visiting storefronts and coming to restaurants to eat if they're allowed. But we want to give them the choices. So think about maybe you're posting one post for those folks who are comfortable with coming down to your store or your office, and then the others that we still understand that many folks are wanting to do business with us virtually. So we welcome that. So you want to keep honoring that. And you want to provide organic value, the focus on engagement. I say, look at your content and put it in some 3 buckets. If you're going to post 3 times a week, what do you want to post on Monday? What are you going to talk about on Wednesday? And what are you going to talk about Friday? And you want to kind of spread it out, and it's not all about buy from me. Look what I do great, buy this product or service. You probably want to kind of maybe share some of what is going on in the community. Maybe you want to talk and share about another local business that's in your area. And you want to talk about how some of the protocols and what they're doing to love this business. They have the best book selection ever, and you can tag them in your post with the @ sign. I love this little post from Ace Hardware. And this was done right around because folks are gardening a lot, right? Or they were. And they did this video about seed starting as affordable way. I'm going to move my little camera here. So to grow your garden. Check out today Ace's Ace It in 3 video for quick tips and advice from one of our lawn and garden experts. And it was done, and it was done live, and then they taped it, and then it sits on their Facebook page. But it was really talking about something that was relevant to folks who may be sheltered in place back in that time. This was April 3rd. You know, there's a lot of folks doing home projects, a lot of people taking this time to update their businesses, storefronts, so about painting or home improvement projects, or building out your home office, or keeping the kids entertained, or the husbands entertained, or the wives entertained. So you got to kind of think about your business, and is there a place where you can pull forward some of the products and services that are relevant to what people are experiencing during this time. You want to create your digital gift cards, as I said. This is the bookseller. They just have these paper and you know, it's a post, and it's just really genuine. And it's like, we have these, you know, we have these gift certificates, and literally they don't expire in California. Thank you to everyone who bought one, and they just want to remind you that they're still good. This is Yuba Blue. They just created this digitally and posted it, and you cut it out and bring it, and just this, you just mention it. Now you can bring it into their storefront. Live video welcoming back to your shop, or showing folks how to access curbside is one that's still relevant. Share updates, answer questions. You can actually do an FAQ. And this is the link to help you with the FAQ page on your Facebook page, and then linking it over to your website. Showcase your products, your services, stream classes, routines, do-it-yourself demos. I mean, we've been around in the pandemic, unfortunately, for a while. So just go and look and see what other businesses are doing, what they're posting, what are their videos. And it's a little hard because a lot of them, I find, are really just talking about, you know, the bigger brands are really pushing their online stores, right? Their e-commerce sites. But more of the local mom and pops and smaller, more local businesses, they're much more creative. So look and see what kind of videos they're making. You know, do a video, get your phone out and do a little video, and just show people what to welcome them back, and show them how you've made some changes. Your customers, your followers, they want to support you, and they will enjoy seeing you live. Even now, after all the, don't take it for granted that folks know you're open, or they've missed you, especially if you have in a tourism area and you have out-of-town visitors you haven't seen for a while, but they're still following your Facebook page. Have a series of posts about that. Say, hey, we know you are maybe still not able to physically visit us because of travel restrictions, or you're not comfortable, or whatever, but we want you to know you can purchase from us, or we have gift cards for you. And there's no expiration. We're giving it a year long, so we welcome you back in spring. You can be creative. This is a business in downtown Grass Valley. This was her post back when she was closed. And they're promoting that you can shop with them on Instagram, and that they're open 24/7 by shopping on their website. And this is their actual storefront, and showing them just bags, and took the products out, and it was simple, and it was a great post. So your roadmap, your content roadmap for Q4, you want to think about all of the areas that you may be able to have some kind of content or promotion. And then across the top, I put up here the different areas that this business, so business Facebook page, they have a studio, they have a farmer's market booth, they have a website, they have a strip mall or district, downtown district, where they have collaboration promotions. And then thinking about the different, these were products related, You may want to say, okay, what do I want to do in September? What do I want to do in October? And what do I want to post across these different platforms or these different areas that I promote my business about? So there's different ways to create your roadmap, but you just want to think about Q4. What are the holidays? What are the events? What are those special shopping or business related activities during this last quarter of the year that you really want to leverage? And then what kind of content do I want to push out on my business Facebook page? And how am I going to link that to my website and my email marketing strategy and maybe a virtual event? So you just want to lay it out right now as you have time, so you can start to develop the content, the images, scheduling it, thinking about it. This is where we get bottlenecked, is we have all these great ideas, but before we know it, Shop Saturday, Small Business Shop Saturday is upon us and we haven't done anything. And we do one post and then we wonder why we didn't have any traction. So where do you go from here? Crazy, that's where I go. You want to just take some time and think about your marketing overall. You know, you want to think about auditing all your marketing assets, what's working well for you, what needs to be freshened up. You want to make sure that your Facebook business page, all of your features are freshened up and you're ready to use them if it's appropriate. You want to build out your content bank. You want to think about what am I going to be posting on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Think about it over the next month. Lay it out align with what holidays or shopping events are happening or business events in your industry. Or is there a virtual networking you're going to be participating in and you're going to then want to promote and have an ability to then do something after that and post about that. And then you just want to kind of think about it in a snapshot. Think about it for the next 90 days, for the last quarter of 2020. Don't worry about 2021 yet. Let's get through 2020. Let's get through September, October, November, and December. Let's make the best of what we have in this last year with what we know and how we can operate. And really just focus in on that. If you have not started your your social commerce site or your e-commerce site, and that's something you want to get done by the end of the year, then make that your priority. That is not going to ever go away. E-commerce is going to be one of our continuing distribution channels for getting products to people. If you're a service-based business, upload those Facebook services, get it going, post it out there, push it out there, do a virtual event. Think about all of these ways and reach out to your fellow businesses and brainstorm with them. What are you planning for your district or your strip mall? What are you going to do a virtual event where you invite folks down for the week and have specials going? Or if you're still just doing curbside, that you're going to have specials during that period of time. Yeah, that's where we all have to kind of just put on our boots and just do the hard work. Facebook is free. Facebook business page doesn't cost us anything unless we're going to advertise on it. But where we have to really invest is our time and our creative juices. So have fun with it, develop your personality, and just jump in and do it. And I think that's enough of me, Linda. So if people have some questions.
Certainly, we do. Well, here's one. There's a couple different layers to this. So okay. You might want to jot down notes as I'm talking. What's the difference between liking someone or asking someone to like your page and following someone? Okay. And how do you do that to see what others are posting?
That's hard. You can't really see what people are posting. Okay, so like means they like your page. Your page has come into their feed and they liked what they saw. When they follow you, that means that it's actually going to come into their news feed. They're actually following every post that you do. And because the way that the algorithm works with Facebook, it's no guarantee that if you have 550 people that like you, if you're not sending out engaging type of organic content, it's not always going to go into every single person's that likes you's feed, right? If they're following you, that means that they're actually wanting it to go into their feed, so there's a higher chance. When you like a business in a personal page, if you go over to your navigation on your business page, on your personal page, you'll see where it says pages. And if you click on that, you'll see all the pages that you've personally liked. That doesn't mean that everything that business is posting is coming into your feed. Following is that they actually want to follow you and they actually want your content to come into their feed. Likes means they just like your page. There's no guarantee that they're going to follow you. Make sense? There is a place in the insights, and I'd have to look into that a little deeper, where you can, the firewall is still there. You don't get a name of people that follow you. If you're a business page and names of folks that like it, you do get that they've liked it. So you can go in and see those folks that have liked the page. But it's a little bit kind of sketchy. It's a little bit harder to do. And we don't recommend that you, a business, go and say, oh, I'm so glad you liked our page. If you see they liked it, you could respond as a business and say, hey, I see you've liked this page. I hope you enjoy it, and because you've joined us, you can, we have this offer going. You could connect to them, but really it's direct messages of where you want to do that. You don't really have the opportunity just to go in and go to their personal page and like it as a business. Makes sense.
Lani, can you talk a little bit about how some people just want to get everyone, people they've never met, people that maybe they don't know at all, oh, just go like my page to get their likes up, versus genuinely building your likes with people that are truly your customer?
Well, if you're wanting to build awareness about your business, you can't pay for likes, right? You can build awareness by different strategies. And there isn't anything wrong with getting folks wanting to build more likes, but you will find, that depending on how you're converting those likes to actually customers is the harder part. So you can get a lot of likes, but how do you convert them to actually customers that purchase your products or services, right? And that's where we have to work a little harder. So it isn't that it's wrong, it's just not a good strategy. It's not going to show that you, and if you then get all those likes and you're not pushing out really,
doctors haven't discharged you yet.
You haven't really pushing out organic, truly valuable content, they're going to stop following you. I mean, it's not, the likes doesn't mean it's going to always go into their feed. So it's just kind of you have to work hard, and your goal as a business to use your Facebook for engagement. And social media is about engagement and having conversations and growing with your business. And that's where groups really take on a whole life in their own, because that's where you really grow a very loyal customer base. So you can have a lot of likes on your page, and then you can invite folks to be part of your business group. And that's where you really develop more of a community, more of an engaging audience that are truly loyal customers, where you test out new products with them, where you post questions, where they talk to each other about things, where you use them as a sounding board, versus just having it on your outward facing business page.
Lani, can you talk about your upcoming webinars? Because I know you have so many that when people attend them, what do you have going on tomorrow? What do you have going on next week, next month? What should people be aware of?
Sure. And of course, they can always go to our calendar, because that's where we do list a lot of them. Tomorrow, I'm doing an hour and a half on email marketing made simple. because that's another huge strategy right now, another digital marketing strategy, email marketing. On Wednesday, I have, or that's Wednesday, right? The 26th, I'm doing digital marketing from 11 to noon on Instagram stories, just on Instagram stories. Now, Instagram's a little harder because I can't go really live, but I've taped a lot of stuff, or I have a live on how to use your, mobile. We do have Instagram on Facebook now, you can, but it's really difficult to use. So I'm going to talk about Instagram stories on Wednesday the 26th. I'm looking through my book here. On September 9th, I'm doing Facebook Shop. Actually going to show you how to do a shop on social media, Facebook. And we do a test shop, so you can actually go through all of the bells and whistles that a shop has without it having to go live, whether you want to sell social commerce or you want to link it over to your website, your e-commerce site. On the 15th, we're doing a really fun one, writing a business plan. That's from 1 o'clock to 2:30. And then the 16th, I have Facebook ads, building awareness around boosting Facebook ads. On the 23rd, I have from 11 to noon, the 25 no-cost, low-cost digital marketing tools. Now, that's all we have right now because our October dates haven't been set, but I'm looking at doing a Facebook group 201, maybe a LinkedIn 201, a Pinterest 101, also networking 101, I think is the other one. So just follow our calendar. And you'll see.
You can find the calendar by going to sbdcsc.org and then click on calendar. And we, believe it or not, Lani, we are through our hour and a half. So it is time to wrap up. I'll give you a chance to catch your breath and I'll talk about this slide a little bit.
Okay.
This is the Shasta-Cascade SBDC, and we serve Shasta and Trinity counties in California. If you are in the United States and you are not in Shasta or Trinity counties, there is an SBDC that serves your county, and you can go to Google and search for your county name and SBDC and be directed to the SBDC office that serves your county, and you can meet with advisors. And Lani is an advisor for the Shasta-Cascade SBDC. If you have loved what you heard and you're thinking, boy, I wish I could meet with someone who can help me specifically on my issues, and you are in Shasta and Trinity counties, you can sign up to meet with Lani. To do that, you'd want to join us. And there is some paperwork that you would do to join us. You can reach out to Emily at norcalsbdc.org, and she would be happy to help you with that. You can learn more about us at sbdcsc.org. And in the next few days, you're going to receive an email from us. You're going to receive the slide deck Lani just shared with you. You're going to receive a link to the recording of this webinar. And also, you're going to be asked to fill out.
We lost your audio, Linda. Anyways, I'll keep talking for her. Anyways, yes, you're going to receive a link to the PowerPoint, and maybe it's me that lost. And we'll also receive this. Okay, I see something in the chat. Oh, we were doing so well, almost to the end. It was me. Okay.
Can you hear me, Lani?
I can hear you now.
Okay, there we are back. All right. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad that little technical issue waited for the end for us.
Yeah.
So yes,
thank you, everybody.
You'll get a survey. Please complete the survey. It is so important to us. That's how we get funded. We let the SBA know and Humboldt State University know how we've been spending the money they've been giving us, and that's serving you. And we'd like to bring more of these webinars to you. And also in that survey, it's going to ask you, what are other classes, other webinars that we can provide for you to help you run your business? So thank you so much for joining us, and I'll let Lani wrap it up.
Yes, thank you, everybody. And I know I covered a lot of material, so thank you for staying with me and listening. And best of luck to all of you, and maybe I'll see some of you sometime at my next webinar. So thank you, Linda, for hosting. You always do such a great job.
Thanks, Lani. I'll see you tomorrow at the next webinar. Take care, everyone.